Hello everyone, this is Kaguya here with Game 2 in the series between David and Frankie. We have David on my left side playing Kaguya, while on my right side we have Frankie playing Shion. Shion is a very interesting ruler because the ability to check the top card of your deck anytime you want. You can either leave it on top or leave it on the bottom using her regalia, giving Frankie the extra advantage he needs because he can put dead cards he doesn't need, or he want to draw the additional card he wants and leave it on top. Not only that, he can plan his strategies a bit earlier than his opponent because he can see what he top decks into compared to David's Kaguya. But however, Kaguya is a very heavy control based ruler. The ability to turn all your moon wheel into green wheel so you can play control cards such as Zig, Whirlwind, and Cake Zone or Knee Sense. Not only that, each time a moon card comes to play, you draw a card. And not only that, on the J rule side, it's a very powerful ability. The ability to pay one resource, which is one moon, to cancel any automatic ability you want. For those who don't know, automatic ability is pretty much ability that triggers out of your control, such as Enter ability, Rook Eggs, or even Field Edition even, that triggers on its own outside your control. You can cancel it as well. Let's get back to the game itself. Currently, life point wise 4,000 compared to 4,000. We have a Tsukuyomi on David's side compared to Magician on Frankie's side. So pretty much Magician is a free one drop. Not only that, when it declares an attack, it gains additional +2/2 if you call the card correctly. We do see that he actually add the Hydromonica to his hand with the Magic Stone, because the Magic Stone, what it does is that when it comes to play, it comes in tap unless you control a ruler named Shion. But not only that, when you put on the field, you can call the top card of the deck. If you call correctly, you add it to your hand. But thanks to Shion's ability, you allow to check the top card of your deck anytime you want. So you're always guaranteed to call correctly. So you can say this is always a +1 for you. It's never be a -1. So it always give you the extra advantage you need. Next up, Frankie does play a Cheshire Cat on the field, which allows him to draw 2 new cards and put one back on the top of the deck. With Hydromonica in play, he can actually tap it and put it back to the bottom of the deck if he doesn't need it. So back to David's turn. David tapped for another Magic Stone, attacking directly for 500 damage, putting Frankie down to 3,500 and dropping the Swan, attempting to recover the Tsukuyomi. For those who don't know, in game 1, Frankie did actually stop David's track from recovering a lot of Resonator because he kept bouncing the Resonator back. For those who don't know, the Swan's ability, when you awaken it, target a card on the field and recover it, and if you do, give a +1/1/2 counter. So if you can't able to recover it, you will not get those counters, because they say if you can, then you can do it, but if you didn't, then you can't do it as well. So let's see now. Currently, life point wise 4,000 compared to 3,000 life point. Using the regalia to force his opponent to block with the Swan, so forcing the Swan will not be in the battlefield anymore, because the Magician allows you to attack directly, and when you do, you call the card out and you call correctly, give a +2/2 stats. So it's a 5/5 stat, so it's a very strong ability, and it does goes off, killing the Swan, not allowing any flyers on the field, because obviously Frankie cannot handle any flyers in the early game, especially they're very big. So let's see what can Frankie do in this situation. He does have free resource open. He does play the Medusa, but however, Whirlwind comes in cancelling the summon because he doesn't have extra resource open. So not looking too good, because he paid free resources for open and not get the cards he need on the battlefield. Not only that, Tsukuyomi is on the field, not allowing him to use any activate abilities on his Resonators, and he decided to take the damage from Tsukuyomi once more. Usually I thought he will block with the Cheshire Cat, which will allow him to take less damage, but however, the Swan does come back into play. Since Frankie is tapped out, he can't actually bounce any Resonator back, so forcing him to take additional 500 point damage instead of blocking the Resonator with the Cheshire Cat. So it seems like he actually does want the Muse on the top of the deck to his hand, so give him the extra hand advantage he needs. But however, he's already down to 2,000 life point, not looking too good. Not only that, we do have David with 2 open Magic Stone open, so Zig or any cancel spell can come in play. Using the Regalia's ability, discard a copy of itself to draw a card, so which allows him to get the filter his deck and so on. Not only that, it's pretty much a he's playing is this a discard to draw better card, so it's pretty much a 36 card deck or 37 card deck, so you can speed the deck up quite a bit faster and so on. So let's see, we do see that Frankie does have a lot more hand advantage than David, but however, hand advantage doesn't matter if you're getting beat down really easily. Playing another Medusa in play, and it looks like paying 2 and using the new cancel spell. I can't remember the top of my head. I think it's Whirlwind well, not Whirlwind, Wind and Light something, can't remember. What it does is that it cancels a spell, so any spell you want, Resonator, Regalias, instant spell, or whatever you want. Not only that, you can play 1 Moon to awaken, the card cannot be chased. From my point of view, this card is good, but however, if it's only on the first stack. But the reason why I'm saying that, because if it's on the second stack, once it resolves, your opponent can actually add on another chase on top of it once it resolves. So that's why I don't think the awakening is that good unless you're doing on the first time. So attacking directly and blocking with the Cheshire Cat, putting him down to 1,500 life point. And I'm surprised that David's not taking his advantage of Judgment, because once his Judgment, he will be in control what his opponent can do, what his opponent can't do. With the ability with 2, let's see now, when you tap him, he has 1 resource open, so pretty much he can cancel any automatic ability once he J-activate. So I was surprised that he didn't do it. Perhaps he preferred more resources than field control at the moment. That's from my point of view. But let's see what he can do. He does have 4 resources open, so he can add more cancel spell or in such on the line. So let's see now. Currently, life point wise 4,000 compared to 1,500. Field wise, Swan, Tsukuyomi, Familiar Holy Wind compared to Hydromonicon and Regalia, and also, well, a dead Magician on the field. Magician, or should I say? I don't know why I can say Magicians. Sorry about that, guys. Bear with me. I'm playing Precia. Precia, the ability gains first strike, swiftness, and target attack. Not only that, if she does burn 500 damage directly to his opponent. So it's pretty much like a Thunder. So now Frankie's in a tough situation. He has nothing to go against that. Against the Precia, because once it dies, it will lose life points, and it looks like he does scoop it up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for this, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for Game 3.